Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Lee.
Hi, everybody. Oh my God, I'm so excited. No matter how many times I've done this, I'm excited every single time. So if I get nervous, please forgive me. So let's begin. Before we actually begin, I'm going to start a little bit about myself. Changing the world one design at a time is a slogan for my logo, Ecographics. My name is Romi, and I've been a graphic designer for over 15 years. I will give you some examples of my projects and how I use them to raise awareness and hopefully make a change in the world in just a minute. But before that, allow me to introduce myself. As I mentioned, my name is Romi. I was born and raised in Israel. This year, I celebrated my 9th wedding anniversary with my best friend. I am a mother to Ella, who will turn 4 in a month. And we have 5 cats, 1 dog, which we all brought from Israel last year. My journey with graphic design officially started in 2002. And I believe that it chose me and not the other way around. Sometimes I'm asked, what would I do if I wasn't a graphic designer? And the answer is very easy. I cannot imagine doing anything else. It's not what I do, it's who I am. It's part of me. I see the world as one big canvas just waiting for me to design it. I have a million ideas, and it's like a little squirrel running in my head with so many ideas. It's just, it's very tiring, but it's very inspiring. And right now, I would like to show you a couple of examples of my designs, which I hope to raise awareness with. So just excuse me for just a moment. Let me go ahead and start. Just one moment. Okay. So this is my logo. As I said, Ecographics, changing the world one design at a time. Just one moment. Okay. This is a project about stopping the use of single-use plastic products that are polluting the world. There are islands the size of Texas that is made up of trash from all over the world. There are very simple solutions to minimize trash. And you can see those tips on my website, which I will post in just a minute. There are kids, I've seen a few kids, teenagers, who are coming up with solutions to minimize that. And these are the kind of people that we should follow and look up to. Greta is one of the best examples. I admire her for what she does. She's very brave. And she teaches the adults about making the little changes that will, making the little things that will make a big change in the world. There's another one that I designed, and this is a roll up for. It was an eco-friendly booth that was in Israel, like an international event that was there, and. Here's another one of a promotional professional roll-up for an eco-friendly vegan and sustainable event that was in Miami a couple of years ago. And there's another one that I designed. I love Marvel movies, so I use that as an example to promote this business that was in Miami, where I lived for many years. And also my partner, who was an animal-assisted therapist in Israel. So as you can see, I do business cards, roll-ups, promotional events, and so on. And here's another one, promoting eco-friendly, environmental friendly, and animal friendly clothing and accessories. And I believe that we can all look good and be warm and feel better knowing that no animal was harmed in the process. It's a fashion statement, and we can also save the world using recyclables like the shoe on the left. It's entirely made of bottles, as you can see. Also, vegan restaurants, vegan businesses here in London. Flower Burger, one of the best burgers I've ever had. And this is for, in this case, it's for Instagram. Another one that I did was also for Instagram for, it was one of the local restaurants here as well. And this is also Unity Diner. If you're looking for the best vegan fish and chips, that would be the place to go. A friend of mine came here a couple months ago, and we made a list of all the restaurants. She was here for 10 days. It's just, there are so many restaurants that we can even choose where to eat. It was just the offering is just amazing here. I just love all the offering that you have here in London. It's just it's really good, and no animal was harmed in the process. And one of my favorite things to design are inspirational notebooks. And it obviously it can be for an organization or a school or a business with the colors or the logo, special days, dates, events, and I do try my very best. It's not something that I can promise. I do try my very best to have it all printed on a recycled paper. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Part of the service is looking up local printers, giving you the best option, the best price, and it's just one of my favorite things to design. And we have another one. Just one moment. I'm sorry. Okay, just 1 second. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. And one of the latest designs that I do is short promotional videos. A short promotional video can go a long way, reaching thousands of people all around the world in a matter of minutes. And it can have your logo, your message, your images, and it's just, it's more memorable, more unique than just a post for social medias, and it can be posted just about anywhere. And one of the special offers that I'm going to offer you for you today is a promotional video package. And what is a promotional video package? It is a short, up to a minute video that will promote your business, and also a 30-second videos each to promote a special event or a special promotion or anything else that you want to promote. And the original price, as you can see, is $425, but just for you guys today, just because I like you, just because I love being here, just because I'm so happy, I'm so honored to speak to you today, it'll be just that price of £400. And I'm so sorry, I'm just so nervous every single time. So thank you so much for being here, and I will post my info in just a minute. Thank you.
I went to unmute just exactly as you closed the presentation and my unmute button moved. Thank you very much for that, Lee. Has anyone got any questions for Lee? So I see one from Sam. Would you say that green is still a colour that works for vegan ethical businesses, or is this changing?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Would you say that green is still a colour that works for vegan and ethical businesses, or is this changing?
Well, green gives, I think it has to do with saving the earth and being more self-conscious about what we do. And I'm sorry, let me start again. I think it has, I'm not very good with words. I apologize. It's more nature friendly. It gives me the feeling of something growing and something brewing. Like I see a lot of logos here that are in green. So it's just something that it reminds me of nature.
Thank you. Okay, so oh, the questions are coming and going. Right, okay, so Jane's asked, how do you start a design?
How do I start a design? Well, first thing, before I even start on designing on a computer, I take my notebook, which I have it with me just about anywhere, and I just write down whatever comes to mind with that design. And let's say I do a promotional video, I will not start before I have a script, a very short script, and I just writing down or drawing whatever comes to mind. And after a while, after a couple of days, after a couple of hours, it kind of forms into something that I can start with.
Okay, that's interesting. So you obviously, that just gives you time to just think about it, does it? And it just kind of comes to you. Okay, fantastic. I also saw a passing question, which may have also been from Jane, asking whether you use vegan inks for your printing.
I did. For my tattoos, I did. I didn't know there are vegan inks for printers. That's new.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Well, you learn something every day.
So Jay is just suggested, is Hatch Print, Jay? Is that company you know does it? Yeah, Hatch Printing. Hatch Printing is the UK printer that does it.
Okay, that's good. I never knew that. I never knew I knew there was a vegan ink for tattoos. I just didn't know that there was vegan ink for printers as well. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. Jay's put the link in the chat. Thank you, Jay. Good. Anyone got any other questions for Lee? Oh,
and I will give you 10 points if you know what my favorite show is. I'll give you a hint. It's right behind me. So you can read it. I'll give you another clue. Big fan. I have a museum at home. I can start charging admission. Okay.
Fantastic. Excellent. Okay. Right. So no further questions for Lee. What I will do is I will open us some breakout rooms for a bit of networking. But oh, Kanika, is that your hand up? No. Okay, I thought it was. Sorry. Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to do that then. I'm going to pop us into. Oh, go for it, Jane.
Yeah, I've just put in the notes just to get an idea, because I use Canva for doing design stuff, and I'm sort of torn between whether you use like a modern minimalistic or a funny template for say for our VBN group. If I wanted to use a template for something, is there a sort of correlation between the business name and the type of business to the sort of templates you should design?
I think so, definitely. It more has to do with what you want to say.
Right.
The templates is more for what your message is and what you want to feature. And on the one side, on the one hand, you want to be taken seriously. On the other hand, you want to relate. So it's kind of a mixture of both.
Right. Okay. And is there any sort of colors that you would avoid, or ones that you'd heavily recommend?
Well, green is all about nature. And anything that would talk green and brown, I would use those mainly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any limitation to the types of font that you use that could then not work on another person's PC or on a phone or something? Is there like set ones that you'd recommend that you only use?
There is one that I use most often. There is you can use different fonts to send out different messages. And if I can find a picture, I'll show it to you. It's just it's what is the message that you want to portray across. You have to be not so playful, not too juvenile. You want to be taken seriously, but as I said, you want to relate to whoever you want to whoever you want to send your message out to.
And do you think it changes depending on the medium? So for me, my thought process would be that if I was going to create a template for somewhere like Facebook, you could get away with that being a little bit more comical than it could be on, say, LinkedIn.
I wouldn't do it too comical because it depends what your message is, but if I wouldn't use there's something called Comic Sans. I would never use that unless you want to design for a kindergarten or nursery. But if you want to be taken more seriously, you should not use those kind of fonts.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you.
Shibari, we got a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Go for it, Shibari. Oh.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Lee. That was really interesting. I wanted to ask if you have more than one business and you want to, first of all, should you design a logo for all your businesses to kind of match each other so that people know that you are the person behind these other businesses as well? Should it be like a similar logo for each of your businesses?
Well, if they have nothing to do with each other, it should not. I don't think it has to match, because I also promote, I run an autobiography, and you can see it on my website as well in the About section. The logo looks nothing like the logo for Ecographics, because it's not the same message, it's not the same audience, and it should not look the same, because different logos say different things and they make you feel differently when you look at them. So it doesn't have to match. Actually, it shouldn't match. If the message is 180-degree difference, it should not match at all.
I see. And is there a way of actually designing a logo to say that you are the person behind that logo without matching at all? Is there some way to actually do that? That yeah, I'm the person behind World Vegan Market, and I haven't designed a logo for Shibari Snack Shack yet. So I was just thinking, well, you know, how can I design a logo that's people will know that it's me, but not be the same, because you know the snack business is obviously different to the World Vegan Market. Is there a way to perhaps do that? You know, sort of design wise.
Well, the logo should reflect what you want your message to be for your business. For example, my favorite color is purple. You will not see it anywhere on my logo or in my website, because it has nothing to do with veganism. It has nothing to do with environmental friendly designs. It should portray what your message should be for your business. It's not necessarily you. It's more of what your message is.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
That sounds like solid advice there. Stick with your message. It's a really good question though, Shibari, because a few of us, obviously, you know, I've got multiple businesses with different things, and you kind of do think, yeah, should it be similar or not? But that sounds like solid advice from Lee. So good. Anyone got anything else for Lee, or shall we go and do some networking? Okay, I'm going to pop you in some networking rooms for 10 minutes in that case. Thank you very much for that, Lee. That's fantastic. I'm going to stop the recording. Really useful